If you enjoy this video, please consider making a donation to patreon.com/JordanOwen42. Video game-based movies are seldom anything more than lazy cash grabs meant to siphon the last bit of chump change out of a given franchise's most devoted adherents. The word seldom is only here added because I haven't seen every single video game-to-screen adaptation, but in a field where the Netflix Castlevania series and Uwe Boll's take on Postal or high watermarks, I'm not holding out much hope. Everyone from my generation remembers the ill-fated Super Mario Bros. Movie, which for me was a rite of passage, as it was my first realization that a movie could be bad. Up until that point, I, like most in the single-digit age bracket, went to the movies, enjoyed having lights and sounds flash in my face, and went home. But the Mario movie was different. I realized that I had watched something that was supposed to be fun but remained bored. Thank you, Annabelle Jankel and Rocky Morton, for teaching me that adults aren't perfect. Anyway, I, like so many, checked out the trailer for the new Sonic the Hedgehog adaptation with the same cynical aplomb as everyone else, and I was not disappointed in my desire to be disappointed. Like everyone else, I felt trypophobia levels of creepiness wash over me at the sight of Sonic's weird, unwashed puppy mill breeder dog legs and his strangely humanoid teeth. Like everyone else, I was simultaneously let down and thrilled at the sight of Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. Like everyone else, I was left scratching my head as to why this would be coming out now when there hasn't been a good Sonic game since Sonic CD. Like everyone else, I was left puzzled as to what the devil Gangsta's Paradise had to do with Sonic the Hedgehog. Like everyone else, I was stunned to find that the lush visual landscape of the Sonic world had been replaced with a mundane modern-day setting, as if this whole thing was going to end up being a version of E.T. where you wish the alien did die once it got picked up by the government. And that's when it hit me. My reaction was like everybody else's. Everyone from Doug Walker to James Rolfe has been having the exact same reaction to this trailer. Every single one of us. Because we're the target demographic. This movie was made for nerds on the internet to hate. Welcome to the advent of cringe cinema. There's an old saying that if you're looking around the room and you can't figure out who the sucker is, then it's you. We've all been sitting around guffawing to one another about how miserably lame this trailer is, and nobody is stopping to think that maybe, just maybe, this is the reaction that we were intended to have. Hollywood is a lot of things, callous, vacuous, and repetitive to name just a few, but it's not dumb. Do you think it's any accident that this creepy new version of Sonic has blue arms after his most ardent fan maced a GameStop employee over exactly that? Let's not kid ourselves here, folks. We exist on a sliding scale from PewDiePie to Chris Chan, with the overwhelming majority of us falling far closer to the latter than we'd ever care to admit. We are the target demographic, adult men who still care about a children's cartoon character that hasn't done anything culturally relevant in about 25 years. After watching the Sonic trailer, I downloaded Sonic CD to my tablet. It's still a blast to play, and it was a fun stroll down memory lane, and the English soundtrack is infinitely superior to the Japanese. Yeah, I said it. But as I spin-dashed through one neon fluorescent nostalgia-scape after another, I found myself thinking about what Sonic had become, the epitome of Rule 34 fan art culture and the mascot for mindless internet fandom. It wasn't a pretty void to stare into, thinking about how the internet, once a place prophesied by William Gibson and Bruce Sterling to be the future playground of high-tech philosopher kings, was now a giant repository for outdated cultural emptiness. I would say let's send Hollywood a message by staying home and giving this one a worse return than Gem and the Holograms, but really, no, that's not the point. The best way to send Hollywood a message is to become a new demographic. I'm still a gamer. Horizon Zero Dawn is my current console squeeze. It would have been Fallout 76 if that hadn't been universally panned. And I play so much Stormbound on my tablet I have to limit myself to specific times of the day. But I can't abide what Sonic has come to represent on a grand cultural level, a symbol of man-child stagnation. If Hollywood is looking out at the vast sprawl of the movie-going public and identifying this as a financially lucrative demographic, then we need to be cringing at ourselves, not the Sonic trailer. We need to go to higher ground, and we gotta go fast.